The following podcast is recommended for mature audiences only. The following podcast is recommended for adults only. Maturity is not a requirement.
Hello and welcome to Dear Download, a podcast where we get to share our most intimate and treasured memories of Download Festival. We'll talk about each year, the bands we saw, the bands we missed, and everything else noteworthy that happened across the weekend. Also, we'll touch upon any news, other festivals, and the music industry past, present, and future. This episode, we have a very special guest, a fan of the show, Stu. He also offered to sort of step in. You've probably heard us talking about him quite a few times already. He's offered to step in to be like an admin of our Discord, not a moderator, like I keep trying to say, and I keep forgetting, and no, I'm asking Simon every time.
Not a moderator. No,
and obviously
I'm not the evil overlord.
Yeah. And obviously, as you can hear, Simon's here too. How are you doing, guys? Let's start with you.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Thank you very much for having me on. Obviously, I started listening to you guys a few months ago, lead up to download, trying to get a bit more excited about it, and I've come over, help you guys out with the Discord, try and get everyone talking, build a bit of a community. And it's going well, I'd like to think. Everyone's talking. We've got people excited to meet up when we arrive. Simon and Adam have agreed to get the first round in once we all meet up in the village. So you can all look forward to that. Thank me later. But no, very excited and can't wait to get started.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I mean, we appreciate everything you do. We like I said, we keep saying it to your ears, I guess, but not to your face. So thank you. Yeah, we really appreciate everything you're doing. Everything is going really well. I'm really, really happy that people are chatting a lot in the Discord.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Awesome. Simon, how are you doing? I can't remember the last time we spoke. It's not been too long, but it's not been 2 weeks this time either. How are you doing, man?
No, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, just excited about this. A nice little chat. It's good to have someone else, so I don't have to talk to you all the time.
Yeah. Awesome. There's going to be a few things we're going to chat about this episode. We're going to talk about RIP because Stu is staying in RIP, but I believe you haven't done it before. Is that right?
Yeah, so it's actually going to be the first time doing RIP. So we'll talk about like our preconceptions of RIP, and then once this year's been and gone, maybe we can discuss it and see what is new, what we maybe got wrong.
So
do a bit more of a review afterwards.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, at the time of recording, they haven't actually released a map or anything like that yet. So it is just going to be speculation or going on sort of what's happened the last few years in RIP. As a lot of you will know, me and Simon haven't done RIP either, but we probably will come and join you in RIP because one huge thing that I've never seen anybody talking about or saying is you can pay to go and be a guest in RIP.
Yeah, that's it. Well, again, speculation, but from trusted sources I've read online, apparently you pay a deposit of maybe like £50, and then there is a curfew for the people who don't have RIP. So as long as you're out by 11 o'clock, I believe, you do get £30 back. So to go and use the RIP facilities, use the bar, or even just hang out with your friends who are in RIP, essentially should just be £20.
That's a lot of money.
So, I mean, £20 is a lot of money, but maybe if you are able to use the facilities, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of money if you're going to go for a £20 shit. But if you're going to spend £20 to use the shower, use the bar, I don't know, go and see some of the music that is on in RIP. £20 is to some people that's probably a good deal. So yeah, if you're willing to test that out, come and join me.
Yeah,
£20. That's like 2 drinks at download as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Get 2 drinks or go to RIP.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was thinking because I've seen people talking about the quiz that happens in RIP, and I was thinking I'd love to do that. Obviously not in RIP, but now I realise I could have, or we could have. I mean, with Simon's knowledge, we would have won that money back anyway.
Yeah.
Is there a money prize? Is there a
don't-
money
I don't
prize?
know.
We
I
can go
don't
in
know.
there. If there's money involved, we should go in
Yeah.
and try and
Well, you
win
need
it.
to you need to
100%.
pre-register, and I think it's gone past the registration date. I'm not sure.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it has already passed
Yeah.
at this time, but
Damn.
maybe next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Team Deer download. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. But another thing I want to touch on, actually, just about what you said about getting the first round in the village. Fuck yeah. But we're not going to get a round. We're just going to buy a crate. Something that happened last year. I'm not sure if I've said it on the show before. But one of our friends, he offered to buy a round in the village, like where the doghouse is. So he went to the bar, got a round of, I think it was like 5 drinks, and it cost him 35 quid. You can walk to the co-op like 5 minutes away and probably buy 2 crates for that price. So
Oh, no
I
doubt.
don't understand why
No doubt.
anybody would use the bar in the village.
No.
But yes, it is.
Some
on
people
us.
like that though, don't they? They just don't. They don't want to drink out of cans. They want an actual poured drink,
Yeah.
In a cardboard cup that's going to disintegrate.
and it's flat as well. Like if they get you one from the back and they give it to you, you're like, oh, thanks for this warm,
Yeah.
flat.
Oh
beer that
yeah,
I've
just
just
the
paid.
pre-pour it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. But anyway, yeah. Anybody who listens to this show will know we don't do short podcasts. We go off on one quite a lot. So we haven't even hit the first thing I've got written down yet. But yeah, so Stu, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been going to download?
Yeah, so the first download was actually 10 years ago this year. So my first download was the 10-year anniversary.
Nice.
It was the first, festival as a teenager. I don't think I'd even turned 18 at the time, to be honest, but got away with it. But yeah, that was a brilliant kind of coming of age story that really, shaped my music taste even more so than it already had done. And since then, we've done 2013, 2015, 2016, 17, 18, and then the last one was the pilot. So I didn't actually attend last year, but yeah, it's something I'm always looking forward to, and yeah, definitely can't wait until just to get in there this year.
What are your memories of the weather of 2016?
Oh, atrocious! But everyone always discusses 2016. Do we not think 2012 was worse? Can we remember 2012?
I wasn't at 2012. I've seen videos of it and it looked bad, but I can only talk how bad 2016 was. But people have said that 2012 was really bad as well. Like that was the other really bad download year. And 2019 was brown load because it wasn't that bad. It was just a bit muddy. But yeah. 16 was
16. I actually remember setting up. I think we were Quiet Camp. So wherever Quiet Camp was in 2016, whichever field it is, there's a bit of a bowl. Every side there's a bank, and we were actually pitched up directly in the middle of this bowl.
I think it was red.
Is that red? Is
the
it
metal thing going down because it was a really steep hill going down into it? Was it that one?
Yeah. They got the tracks put down, and you just see these black clouds rolling over, and security going around to all these tents, going tent to tent to tent, and they make it to us and they say, "You might want to move your tent because we've got some heavy rain apparently due. We don't need to be, in the bowl." So we moved to the top of this field, and lo and behold, the rain comes in, and it was atrocious. It really, if we were there, we would have been, snorkeling. It was that bad.
It's bad. I think that's a good little tip for like first-time campers because when you
definitely.
go and first pitch up your tent, you don't think about that, do you? You think, oh, there's a nice little space, but always look to if the weather's going to be good, it's fine. But if you know it's going to rain, don't camp anywhere in a ditch or a bowl because it's just going to end so badly.
It, yeah. But also moving to the slope, avoid slopes as well, because we're there thinking, oh, this is a good pitch, and then until you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and you're like at the bottom of the tent, cuddling with your muddy boots. So flat ground, 100%.
Done that in 2013. I couldn't get into Blue Camp because it was too full. We got there late, so we had to stay in Yellow Camp. And Yellow Camp at the time was a big steep hill with a bit at the bottom. And we had the tent like that. So I didn't roll sideways. I just slid down the tent. So towards the end of the night, my feet were like almost busting out the side of the tent. I was like, what the what's going on here? That's the only time I've ever stayed on a hill at download.
Yeah. You learn your lesson once, definitely. We've done quiet camping probably 2 years. we did enjoy that. I mean, we like camping anyway. As I say, me and the wife, we do like camping in general. So that side of things never really bothered us. But maybe at the end of the night, we do, we appreciate when we want to go to sleep. We'd like to go to sleep, which I'm sure a lot of people do as well. Quiet camping, it isn't silent. You're still going to have people talking, but at least it's not absolute carnage, which I understand obviously some people do enjoy. I can appreciate that.
You'd have been fine at any campsite last year at Download because it was absolutely dead. You would have been perfectly fine. Like, I was literally like, are we at Download or were you just in a random field? Because I can't hear anything.
Everyone was
really
quiet camping last year.
Except quiet camping, because they were behind the Dogtooth stage.
Oh, yeah.
It's true. Quiet camping was the loudest one last year. Oh, I couldn't believe it. When we got to the doghouse, and then we were looking around, and someone said, you never guess what? Fucking quiet camping's right there, next to the doghouse. I was like, who come up with this map? That is literally ludicrous.
Logistical nightmare.
The one year they put it outside.
Yeah. So what made you want to go with RIP this year?
Well, I'll tell the story, I suppose. So just as I'd seen that early bird tickets had gone on sale, I was on lunch at work. Obviously mentioned that I've gone with a wife in previous years, and I didn't even think about it. I just, one ticket, add to basket, buy, and then that was it. And then immediately thought, shit, what about the wife? Who was pregnant, obviously, at the time as well. So I rang her up and told her, I says, I'll get you one when it goes on general sale. So that came around, and as I say, she was pregnant at the time, and we were saying, we'll have to do this, we'll have to do that, we'll take the baby, it'll be fine, looking through it, rose-tinted glasses and everything. And just as they were about to go on general sales, you thought, just go by yourself. It's not the right place to be taking. She'll be 5 months old at the time. Can't help but agree. So yeah, I'm going on my own this year. So it will be interesting, but I'm looking forward to it. I think that kind of inspired me to get involved with you guys, get the Discord going, for personal reasons also, because I know there will be other people out there who are in the same boat as me, maybe not for quite so selfish as reasons, but if you're going on your own.
Talking of camping by yourself, I mean, Camp Lona probably became one of the most popular campsites at Download.
Yeah.
Like, we know Ben Chid's obviously that done it, but I've talked to loads of old people and they thought that Camp Lona idea was amazing because you'd go by yourself, but then you'd end up in a group of people if you didn't know anyone that was already at the festival. So I think going by yourself at Download, because everyone's so nice and accommodating, even if you went and you didn't know like us or anyone else there, I'm sure you would meet people and have an absolute
You'd always find
anyway.
someone, that's it.
Yeah, that's a good thing about Download.
Yeah, definitely. And similar boat. Another story that I can't believe I never actually said on the podcast before, but the guy who I said about who bought the pints in the village earlier, we met him in 2019. Me and my friend went, Jacobs. It was raining just after we put the tent up, and they sort of said, "I'm going to come over and sit under our gazebo because it was raining," and we spent the whole weekend with them, and then kept in touch after. And then he came with us last year. And I think he's coming again this year. He's going to be camping with us. So you'll meet people. I'm sure so many people have got stories like that. You have as well, Simon, don't you? Yeah, you've met.
Like one of my best friends in the world, Laura. I met her at Download Festival in 2006. Her and her friend. I was with a big group of people. Her and her mate were just putting up their tent, struggling. So me and my sister were like, "Should we help them?" We were like, "All right, girls, she need a hand. You look like struggling a bit. Put it up." 15, 16 years later, she's still one of my best friends. So you do honestly meet people that you genuinely stay friends with for a long time at Download, which is great. Because, where else would you meet people that are exactly the same mindset, like-minded like you? It's the best place to make friends, really.
That's it, yeah, correct, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, so some of the other campsites that you can stay in, we have mentioned it briefly before. You've got mini moshers for anybody taking kids under 5. I bet that'll be a cool campsite. As someone who's got kids who are 5 and 2, and they're awesome. I'd love to go and just see the mayhem that all the kids are. But I mean, my kids as well. They'll make friends with anybody as well. So I bet it'll be the same at Download with all of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously parents will be in the same boat as the parents who are camping next to them. So they might be in a position where, I don't know, they may be a bit anxious that they are taking the children to download, but everyone being in the same camp, they'll be able to all get on and, have interests and whatever the same.
Yeah.
100%. Definitely.
There is Eco Camp, like we said. I thought that's what you said before, but there is Eco Camp, which is... See, I couldn't find much... Well, I couldn't find the information that I had heard on their website, so maybe what I heard was wrong, but you basically leave the field as you found it. So you got to recycle as well. You got to make sure all your rubbish is gone. Take your tents, which a lot of people don't seem to do.
Yeah. I've left a few tents at download before.
Yeah.
Well, we used to do the typical young people thing where we take a tent, we knew we weren't taking it, so then we just do wrestling moves on it in the last day, destroy it, and then we were like, oh, we're just wrecking these tents and they can't be used again, so just being absolute dicks. So I'd never do that again, but I could see why people just don't really give a shit.
Yeah, I've done it a few times.
Now I'm like, don't do it. Leave your tent. Leave the bag in there as well. Like, make sure the tent can be reused. And
yeah, I've taken other people's bags because you could never get them back in the bag. So I'm like, leaving your tent. Can I have your bag so I can put some of my tent in it and then have two bags for my tent? And it's just so much easier. But yeah, I've done it. I remember there was one year I was going to take my tent home, and I looked in the gap between the room and the top of the tent. It was just hundreds of little spiders, tiny little baby spiders. And I was like, nope, that tent's staying here. But yeah, I was fully up.
Well,
Sorry.
As I was going to say, this year it's obviously the fields will still be green afterwards of all the senderos that get left behind anyway. So
yeah,
they'll be happy with that.
So true, though.
Yeah,
it's so true. Oh man, like that aerial shot is going to look like no one's there. It's going to look like fucking.
I thought download sold out. Yeah.
yeah. This download looks really empty this year, doesn't it? Fucking Sendero 4s.
You'll see it on the Sky Arts footage later on.
Oh, I'm so interested in that. That's going to be, that'll be a good picture, aerial picture.
I spotted it last year. I was like Sendero 4, Sendero. Then went to Bloodstock, Sendero 4, Sendero 4, Sendero 4. But this year it's going to be something else.
Yeah.
I think Sendero 4 is the only name of a tent that I know. You were the first person to ever say the name of your tent. What tent are you taking? I'm taking like this 4-man thing that's got like little room at the back.
It's got poles, it's got pegs.
People describe it rather than actually knowing the name of the tent.
Do you know, I need to rebuy my Sendero. I need to see if someone leaves their Sendero 4 tent there, which I'm sure they will. I need the bag because my tent's fine, but the bag is ripped. So I genuinely am looking for a Sendero 4 bag.
Get 2 Sendero 4 bags. But yeah, I was going to say about Eco. I thought I'd read somewhere that you get a little bit of money back if it's really good, if you leave the field as you found it. But I couldn't find that when doing my research for this, so maybe I read wrong. Maybe it was on.
We might have to, because we don't know about it, we might have to put something in the Discord and get some feedback from other people that have stayed in Eco, because it's not really something that we've talked about that, or we know that much about, because I haven't heard of anyone stay, but I'm sure someone on the Discord must have stayed in Eco at some point, so that'll probably be good to stick on there, see what people say about it.
Yeah, definitely. But I really want to walk around all the campsites anyway and just sort of take some notes.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering what they're going to do this year, because they've posted saying that if everyone could stay in the campsites that they have wristbands for. So I'm hoping that, you can still walk between campsites if people do have friends in other campsites.
Yeah, good point.
Get you. It differs with download, though. Some years you can walk through quiet or you can walk through other ones. And then other years they're kind of like, can I see your wristband, or are you supposed to be in here? Where other years you can just walk through. So I don't know. It probably just depends on what type of security they're going to have this time. And obviously, because it's a sellout, I'd say you're probably less likely to be walking around into other camps this year than other ones.
Yeah.
We should have done it last year.
Because we had a Thursday.
Can you come in here, please? There's no one in here. Can you come in? Make it look busy.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, back when we were talking about being able to go to RIP, like, I thought that could be a good thing for your vlogs as well. I mean, £20 a lot of money just to go and visit, but like to be able to pay £20 to be able to get a shot of what's in RIP, even though you're not meant to be in there, it could be worth it.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. I might just try and
£20 for content. You may as well.
Yeah, I'll just try and blag it, see what happens.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think I've ever tried walking through other campsites like Eco or Quiet or Loner, or I can't think what else there has been now. But
what's the one that's on the other side of the road?
I've got the map.
As you drive into the, I can't remember. You drive in to the West Car Park, and there's one that's on the other side of the road from the festival. It's like not Rock by Night.
That's the one opposite side of the road is Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow, that's it.
And that's where I'm staying this year, actually.
Ah,
yeah.
There you go.
Okay, well, yeah, let's get into ROP then. There is pre-pitch circular camping, which is people who leave their tents. This company goes and takes them all down and sells them rents them out to people the next year for a lot of money. So let's not get into that. RIP. There are several different RIP options, isn't there? So
right.
yeah, you've got Sleepy Hollow. I think the main three are Sleepy Hollow, Metal Meadow, and what did we just say?
Park Farm.
Yeah, we didn't say that one. Excellent.
They're the three. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you, I have got them up here. If you care for me to read out a few, there's quite a few options. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So there's, quite a few cool ones actually. They're all prefixed RIP. So the classic Safari, which looks like you're obviously going on safari, and you've got a nice pitched, fancy looking tent. It's even got a doormat, wipe your feet on the way in.
Wow.
You got the Bell tents, which have actually got beds.
They look good. I've seen a few people's vlogs when they're staying in those, and they look really like you walk. The nicest thing would be to just walk in, put your stuff on the ground, and just lie on a bed and just be like, I bet that feels so good.
You've got the RIP luxury cabin.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Looking more like a shed, but anything luxury. When the other options, muddy field. The RIP Bedouin Mirage for 6. I will put these pictures up on the Discord, but look at that.
Oh my God, what the hell?
That's fairly ridiculous, isn't it? Unfortunately, because they are sold out, Ticketmaster have a habit of removing any information on ticket prices.
Yeah.
So we can't actually tell you how much they are, unfortunately. But for something like that, you've got to be paying a few thousand, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'll tell you now, a shitload of money.
Yeah.
You've got the Night Owl. I'm not quite sure what that is. That looks like a little bit of a hut. TP Lodge. You've got the Crew Huts, which is a popular option. A lot of people go for. They are like a line of sheds, almost.
Like beach hut.
Like a seafront. Yeah, like a beach seafront. Yeah, that looks cool.
And then you get into like your more extreme options. You got the Airstream, which is obviously like your large metal, shell of a caravan almost.
I think I looked and they were like $3,000 when I looked at the beginning. They were a lot of money. Yeah. I don't know who's buying these, by the way, with the current climate.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this and you're affording one of these, I don't know how you're doing this. Like, what the hell?
Sold out as well. Every one of these is sold out.
Every single thing. Yeah.
Yeah. You've got RIP cabin, and it is literally a shipment container with an ensuite.
They look sick. You've got like a shower and like a proper toilet, and they look mental.
Anything you could ever need in a shipment container. 2 seconds.
Oh, it's got to be hot in there, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, boy, it's got to be hot in there. Wow.
This one's got a lounge. We've got the RIP Luxury Suite for 2.
What the...
Nice.
You compare this to a Sendero, and all of a sudden you're in a third world country. So you got your country wagons.
Oh, I think I've seen them before.
Oh,
yeah.
Quite a quirky option. Yeah. RIP camping, obviously, which is your 3 options we discussed previously. This is potentially, you'd expect, the most expensive. We've got the RIP tour bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being as it's so ridiculous, I will just read out some of the things that you do get with it. You get a kitchen area with 2 microwaves, because one isn't enough, a kettle, fridge and a sink, an ensuite with a toilet and sink, a seating area with tables, an entertainment area with a TV, DVD and video games, beds and bedding for 8 people.
No board games though, right? I bet. Terrible.
No.
You've got to bring your own, mate.
Bring that to the party. And short of all of those that we've just said, it's not here, but you've got the hotel.
Yeah.
Which you've got a few options. You've got like the surrounding hotels, because obviously you've got East Midlands Airport just next door. So you do have a few of their hotels, like the Hilton, the Radisson Blu, Jury's Inn. So they just kind of get booked up by Download to offer as an RIP package. So
I've seen loads of vlogs of those. I've seen people doing vlogs from like the hotels. It looks cool. It looks like a different experience because I don't know how it would be coming away from the festival and then like sleeping somewhere else and then going back to it. But it seems nice that you can kind of get away, sleep in a proper bed, have a shower, get ready, and then go for the whole day.
Yeah.
So
that's it. Yeah.
Like,
if you're not into
vibes.
your camping, then it's the way to go. You would have thought, because obviously you get all your showers and clean toilets with the normal RIP. But if the last thing you want to do is camp in a tent, and you've got a few extra pennies, maybe the hotel options are for you.
I've got a few friends that don't go to Download anymore because they don't want to camp. They just I'd love to go, music. They can't be bothered to go for the day. But if they had a hotel that wasn't that expensive, they would probably end up going. But some people, just like you said, they just don't like camping, so they just won't go.
Yeah. I mean, short of the RIP, some people do actually get hotels in Derby, don't they? And they'll just get a taxi at the start of the day, at the end of the day, and they'll go and stay in that hotel. So they're cleaned up for the next day. You see a lot of your TikTokers and whatever.
Your influencers.
The pristine influencers doing this.
Those fucking YouTubers as well.
Mate.
They should just have a shave in the porch of their Sendero 4 like Simon was doing last year. I couldn't believe it. It must have been the second day, the Thursday. He gets a little razor. I was like, "You're shaving it? I've never seen anybody shave at Download." And he's like, "Yeah."
I have to be clean and fresh, man. And like, I don't like all stubble and stuff, so I always bring my razor with me. And after the second day, you know what I mean, you're starting to get a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow. Get a little shaving cream out. Lovely stuff.
In terms of cleanliness, I don't see what's wrong with a single wet wipe head to toe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
budget
one.
Budget yourself one wet wipe a day.
He brings 5 wet wipes with him, and that's it.
You get mud on your hands. You got to think, should I really sacrifice my body wash for this tomorrow?
I'm gonna fucking count your wet wipes this year. Right? That's it.
I can't.
I mean, when the wife goes, we have to share that one as well, obviously.
Oh, fuck. Just turn it over. That's your side. That's my side.
Saving the planet, one wet wipe at a time.
Killing me. Jesus Christ.
Stu has killed Adam, by the way. He is dying now.
Oh, Jesus. Yes. One wet wipe. Awesome. I was just about to say about... Sorry, compose myself. Right. I'm back.
It's back in the room.
Yeah, I was just about to say about the hotel packages. I'm pretty sure Download arrange shuttle buses as well. I think you might have to pay for them still, but you don't have to worry about arranging your own transport to and from the festival in the morning and night. I think they go several times a day, so you haven't got to get a specific time one. It's like every half an hour or something. Considering
the price that you would pay, it'd be a lot. I know this is obvious Download, but it'd be a lot to expect people to then pay for the transport to the venue also, wouldn't it? Surely that'd include transport.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe there's transport included.
Oh, here you go. Got the information on it. Yeah. Your RIP hotel purchase also includes scheduled transport morning and evening from the hotel to Donington Park and return. Oh, sorry, yeah. To Donington Park and return. So there you go. That's
awesome.
At least you get that included for your money.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I know a guy who only does hotels now, and he got a bit too drunk one night last year, and Benji Webb was staying in his hotel, and so all of his friends met Benji, but he was up asleep, gone. But yeah, I thought he said that he had to pay, so maybe the packages that they offer with certain hotels is free, but maybe they do actually arrange shuttle buses for other hotels that they don't offer packages for. I don't know. Again,
yeah, maybe for the more expensive ones.
Again, listeners, if you've done it, if we get any of this information wrong, then yeah, let us know, because we'd like to correct ourselves or have you to correct us.
Yeah. come and tell us off in the Discord. That's what it's there for.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you mentioned the Bell tents. I think they're all in Metal Meadow, I believe, are they?
I think that tends to be the case, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't speculate on the ticket, but from watching previous vlogs and this, that, and the other, I'm sure the Bell tents, Bedouin tents, and like your crew huts, I think they tend to all be in the same, Harris fenced area.
Yeah. But yeah, one massive thing actually that we haven't mentioned yet, you can park your car next to your tent, which is ridiculous.
Game changer.
Yeah, game changer.
Yeah.
Do you know if that's all of them? Is that just one of either Sleepy Hollow or Park Farm? I can't remember.
Both Sleepy Hollow and Park Farm can park next to the tent.
Nice.
Yeah, that's obviously one of the massive perks. I mean, it'd probably be one of the reasons I've gone for it, because obviously going solo this year, I know obviously what's recommended is multiple trips to the car, but I'm just a typical bloke when it comes to it. Put everything on like a pack donkey, slap my arse, we're going to the camp. And I mean, I'm sure you guys have had the experiences as well, but trolleys, you think trolleys the right thing to do. You get 20 minutes in, It's absolutely engulfed in mud, and we had the wheel fall off, and it ended up turning into a sled. So that was a failure. But the worst experience I've had with getting to camp, I think it was my second year actually, and I was doing all my buying for download, and I saw this bag online, and this is one of the reasons I learned, buy cheap, you buy twice. So I saw this bag, I think it was £19 from Amazon, 50-litre bag, bargain. And we left the car, it must have been, is it West Car Park where you do the dreaded hill that you climb? Or is that East?
Yeah, that is West. Yeah,
that's West.
You go up the tarmac. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'd left the car at West Car Park. We reached the hill, and just as we reached the hill, my backpack, one strap completely snapped off.
No way.
Yeah. So I'm cursing my bag, and I'm one strapping. I don't know. 10 feet later, the other strap goes. So I'm no strapping at this point.
No way.
You thought it couldn't get cooler than one strapping. I'm now no strapping.
How on earth did you carry it?
Saving grace, you've got the little handle at the top, haven't you?
Yeah.
That snapped as well.
Shut up.
Oh, jeez.
Shut up.
I don't think you can come back after download and talk to us again, because he's going to kill us.
I'm obviously inexperienced. Oh, okay.
Fucking hell.
So yeah, it ended up having to be carried between two of us. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, from
like
that experience and previous years of like shifting a body, that's it. Dragging it across the floor. But yeah, whilst we're on the subject of like your trolleys and that, again, like you get your I think, Simon, you've recommended them, the 2-wheel trolleys that you could stack your stuff up and everything.
Trucks.
Stack trucks, that's it. First year, crate a strongbow on the bottom, stack it up, heavy stuff on the bottom, and build your way up. And once you get to like the cobbles, obviously it's uneven, and your crate's going like this. I must have pierced about 8 cans before I'd even got to like ticket exchange, and obviously pierced it. I need to drink it. So 8 cans later, it's setting up the tent was a bit of a blur that year. But take it from me, multiple trips to the car is the best way to go.
Yeah.
100%.
Stack trucks is the only thing I would trust, but it has to be a decent one, like industrial strength that you would use in like warehouses.
Yeah, you got to get one with fat wheels and the plastic wheels, and not the wheels that you put air in, because they go flat. Big, fat, chunky, pure plastic wheels. Stack everything on it. Wrap it in cling film. That ain't going nowhere. Literally, that's the best way to do it. Yeah,
I think one year we actually had proper pallet wrap. A guy worked in a warehouse or owned a warehouse, and
nice.
Proper pallet wrapped it all. It was amazing. But yes, I am hoping to get a Royal Mail trolley this year. I've wanted one before, and then realised I don't have a way to get it there because they're massive and they don't fit in a car. But my friend's driving now, who's got a transit van, so it will fit in that. So I'm going to speak to my managers and say, because they'll survive anything. They take like 100 kilograms of stuff every single day, over lots of different terrains. So yeah, it should survive.
I take it that's
Nice.
one of the big 4-wheel ones that you see sometimes.
Yeah.
And those things are meant to be walked around constantly, so you probably think the wheels on them are going to be pretty good as well, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. So fingers crossed I get one. I'll have to cover up the Royal Mail stuff, probably. I don't even know if I'm allowed to be talking about this on here, but I should be fine, because I'm allegedly getting one, I think.
Allegedly.
If anyone asks, you're just on shift.
Yeah.
delivering mail to Andy Coppin in the team.
Yeah. You know, I have taken my coat before, my Royal Mail coat, because it's amazing. Have I said this before?
Can't remember. We've spoken about your shorts and the rest of
Yeah.
it, but I'm not sure we've spoken about the actual coat
Yeah.
itself.
I have taken my Royal Mail coat probably several times because they're good in the rain. But I've never had the balls to put it on because, you know, you'll be getting people come up to you, taking pictures and asking.
Probably start shouting
Yeah.
at you. Yeah. Where's my fucking Amazon package?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So what else do they have in RIP? Let's have a look. You obviously got decent toilets and decent showers. A little shop. I love a little shop.
Mm.
Obviously, I think it's about a half an hour walk from the village, isn't it? A lot of the time, I think that's what I've seen people say.
Yeah, I think that's about right, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's about maybe 15 minutes to the arena, and then obviously if you consider you walk from the arena to the village, what's that, like 20 minutes maybe? So add the
Yeah,
two,
about that.
unless they've got some kind of route set up specifically to get to the village, maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, actually, that's a very good point. So from RIP, it's pretty much next to the arena, isn't it? Like one of the campsites. I'm not sure which one at the moment. Right next to the entrance, and you can see it from the arena.
And that's it.
Yeah,
So
it's to the right hand
the
side.
one
I
right
think,
next to
isn't it?
the arena is Metal Meadow.
Yeah. And so over by the Dogtooth stage, there's a little walkway, and you're in the campsite. So that is one other perk. You got barely any walking to get to the arena. You can go back, drink some cans, and come back into the arena, or whatever you want. Go back and use the toilets because there's not many people using them.
That's it, yeah.
But yeah, so it's all right for the arena, which is what most people are going for, I guess. If you really want that nightlife as well, the village as well is a bit of a
You're
walk.
a bit away from the hustle and bustle, aren't you? Really,
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
I think isn't there is a fire pit, a little fire pit there, and you can all sit around the fire.
Yeah, I
Really?
think they have little bits and bobs of the night. That they have like barbecues, karaoke's, live bands. They actually have their own live band in RIP. So yeah, I think there are, like outside socialising areas. So yeah, it's like how the other half live. I think really it'll be an interesting experience. But a lot of people say once you do RIP, you never go back. Another way. But I don't know if I can afford that life.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I've done it once. We'll see if I can do it again.
Yeah, it's good though. At least you can say you've done it and experienced it, and it's always going to change little bits. But yeah, like we always said, me and Ad are probably going to end up doing it once. It's just finding the right year when you've got the most amount of money when you can actually do it, because it just gets more and more expensive. Well, the normal tickets do as well, but yeah, it's only going to go one way, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we're actually still waiting to hear if we get press passes. Still haven't bloody heard from them yet. We might have access to it anyway, just to go.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, I think, that's pretty much everything that I've got written down. Is there anything I've missed that you've found?
We've got what's included with Park Farm and Sleepy Hollow. So obviously you get your ticket. You see a lot of people worrying online after buying the RIP camping, wondering whether they have actually got access to see the bands after they've just spent,
Right.
what was it, £610, I think, this year for Park Farm Sleepy Hollow. So you do get your weekend festival ticket, obviously. Pitch your own tent, which you have to do. Car parking right next to your tent, which is obviously a bonus. You get 24-hour reception, proper toilets and warm showers. Pamper areas with blow dryers, straighteners and mirrors. So
Nice.
that's good. You get access to the guest area as well, which I'm quite interested to see what that's like. I've never been, in the guest area. I don't know about you guys. but you do see it just behind main stage, I believe, to the right.
Yeah, so I think from what we've heard from other people, you might get some bands in there. I think bands have access to a few different places. There's a guest area and like a VIP area. Most of them will probably stay in the VIP area, but you might see a few of them pop into the guest area for a little bit.
Yeah, a few mingling, yeah.
Yeah.
You obviously get your T-shirts. They have like their own designated RIP T-shirts. You get a doggy bag, which it's different every year, so we can't really speculate what's going to be in there this year. But in previous years, you've had like a backpack, a special download branded mug, little Survivor kits, I think, with like wipes and whatever in there.
They've had water bottles. Sometimes they give you like waterproof stuff as well. If they know it's going to be a bad download year, they give you all that shit as well.
And then extra cost, you've got lockers with charging points. We'll discuss lockers for everyone else shortly. Spa with massage treatments, so you can have a rub down at the end of the night at a cost.
Bloody hell, I didn't know that.
And then RIP, yeah, I mean, you get that anywhere with the right questions asked. RIP entertainment, live performances, and DJs also. So there's a lot going on by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Maybe White sold it.
Was that for both of them, both Park Farm and Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah, so they both have the same amenities. A lot of people seem to prefer Park Farm for some reason. I don't know whether that's because Sleepy Hollow, you have to cross the road and you're even further from the hustle and bustle than Park Farm. But yeah, you do get the same amenities and everything included with both.
Awesome. I did some research on this as well. I can't believe I missed out that they got their own stage, or you got your own stage with separate bands. Like I think last year there was a couple of bands that weren't even playing in the arena, like just coming for RIP.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I suppose for bands that's maybe a good shoe-in for them to get on the lineup next year, maybe, which I think has happened this year. I couldn't tell you the band, unfortunately, but if the only option you're given to play, is that the band?
Yeah,
okay,
Malice, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but if you're given the opportunity to play a stage, I suppose you take the opportunity if you're an up-and-coming band. So
100%.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm curious. Yeah, I mean,
mate, I'd play even if they said you can play in the car park or people are coming in. I'd be like, all right, yeah,
you can.
Fair
you
play.
can do that.
No one's stopping you. Do it.
No, it's happened before. I know people that tried to set up at Download Festival out of a van and play a gig, and they were stopped within 5 minutes by
Really?
security.
Okay, you can't do that then.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We don't advise doing this.
No. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, few little bits that I missed that you managed to pick up on. I'm curious, because obviously you did a little bit of research to come and talk about this. How much of that did you already know from being excited about going, from wanting to know what you're actually getting yourself into by going into ROP? Did you know most of it already?
Yeah, so I think like your main amenities, like your hot showers and flushing toilets and everything, it's something that I was aware of in previous years, but obviously not being able to afford it. It's always been, that would be nice to experience that.
Yeah.
But I think being in the fortunate position I was this year to be able to afford it, I kind of knew what I was going into. Fair enough, there are like your other little quirks that are popping up on the Facebook page where someone will say, I hope that they do this again this year. And you think, oh, that sounds good. I'll try and take a look at that. But yeah, so far, everything that I have researched is kind of what is already out there and widely known.
Excellent. Well, I think we managed to cover pretty much everything of RIP. There might be a couple of little bits that we've missed. Please let us know if we've missed anything massive. I don't think there is, but let us know. Come on the Discord, send us a message. Excellent. Yeah. I think that's everything we were going to talk about today, is it?
Yeah, that was good. A lot of insight
so.
there. Went through a hell of a lot of stuff and all the stuff that, a lot of it we don't really know that much about. So if you want to tell us some stuff about ROP or any of the packages and that, just go on the Discord or message us on social media, because if we have any more information, we'll say it in some of the other episodes. So
yeah, definitely. I wasn't aware that they would take all this information away once it's sold out. Like you said, Stu, couldn't really find much on. No, you said they took the prices off, didn't you?
In terms of pricing, yeah.
So were you able to find them on Ticketmaster, but just not available to buy?
Yeah,
so
the listings are still there,
right.
but you just get sold out. So you're not actually. So I don't know. Maybe if you couldn't get that package this year, you're not then able to see how much it was this year. If you could budget for next year, for example, obviously you'll have your early bird tickets come out pretty soon after the festival this year, and you'll be able to find out your prices.
Yeah.
But yeah, they take them down pretty sharpish.
Yeah. But at least at least the information is still there, whereas there was hardly any information on Download's own website about their own RIP packages, which I couldn't believe. I didn't even think about looking on Ticketmaster for it. So yeah, awesome work there. Yeah, we're gonna have to go now. The short one this time. But Stu, thank you so much for coming on. It's been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
No, appreciate you having me on. Really do appreciate it. Thank you.
We will have you back. You're just not allowed to be as funny next time because
I'll go away and become more boring, and then you'll see me next time.
I'm just glad you're not camped with us this year because
you don't want to share a wet wipe. Maybe next year.
No, awesome. Yeah, that was amazing. Like I said, we will have you back on. I know you've been putting in the Discord your YouTube recently. You're going to be starting up your own YouTube channel soon, aren't you? So do you want to give that a plug before you go?
Yeah, sure. If that's okay. So it's not. It's going to be first videos are going to be of Download setup. We've got one hopefully due to come out this weekend as of recording.
Oh, nice.
Just like recommendations of things you can do leading up to Download that can make it a more enjoyable experience for you. Like packing lists, all that kind of thing. And then I'm going to do this year, because obviously going to RIP, I've looked on YouTube and there isn't much in terms of a full RIP review. Obviously our friend in Chid's Vids has done a video in the past where he's recorded his experience. It's a really good video. You should go and check that out. But that's what I'm going to aim to do this year, do a full review of that. So yeah, if anyone wants to go and find that out, and I would really appreciate any subscribers. You're just looking for SMTV _ on YouTube, or if you're in the Discord, I'm in there. You can come and talk to me there.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Before you said the underscores, I was like, how did you just get SMTV? How was that not taken? But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, awesome. Looking forward to seeing that. Any other plugs or shout-outs you want to do before we go as well?
Again, just get over to the Discord. It's a great little community that we've got going on now. We're all talking daily. Obviously, leading up to Download, everyone's getting excited. Everyone's discussing what bands they want to see, what they want to pack, what they want to drink. And then obviously we'll all get met up and we'll just enjoy a good time together. So if that sounds good to you, come over and join us.
Awesome. Simon, do you want to give your YouTube a plug as well while we're here?
Yes. Obviously going fantastically now. Like I'm nearly up to 900 subscribers, which is crazy. Blown past the 800. But yeah, so I'm doing all the standard Download stuff. Just about to do a video about the bands that are playing and the ones I'm looking forward to, and a little bit more info on those. So yeah, Simon Bond on YouTube. Come and check it out.
Awesome. Yeah. So a shorter episode this time, but it's a bonus episode on top of the 2-hour episodes we're doing at the moment, 2.5-hour episodes or whatever. So yeah, we have been Dear Download, including Stu. Thank you so much for coming on, Stu. We really appreciate that. We've said so many times in this episode, come and join the Discord, come and chat to us, come and tell us what we've said wrong. Praise us if you like. We don't mind that. That's amazing. We love some praise.
We don't mind.
No. But other than that, you can find all the links that you might need for finding us in the episode description. It'll be a Linktree in there. It's got all our Facebook, Instagram, everything, email address, everything you can find. Patreon, we got to thank our Patreons, James Harris, Alexander Toon, and Jacobs, the absolute legends they are. Thank you so much for supporting us. All the money we put back into the podcast to make it better and better. Thank you all for listening. If you can review us or give us a star rating wherever we are, wherever you're listening to us, that would be amazing. Stu, thank you for coming on. Simon, thank you for coming back. We have been Dear Download. It's a goodbye from Stu.
Goodbye. Thank you for having me.
Goodbye from Simon.
Goodbye.
And a goodbye from me. Goodbye.